So I'm just going to show the importance on the Kangen water here. And as you can see, we're on the 9.5, so that's the pH is the 9.5, and I'm creating two different types of water. The water's being split. 9.5 up here, 4.5 down here. We're going to equal 14 on the pH scale, and we're splitting the water. So I'm going to get this one for our test. I'm going to test the Kangen water, the 9.5. I'm just going to get enough for our presentation here, or this demonstration. All right, and there's your water. Turn this off. So first, and I'm going to have Dasani's just going to give us some context of what type of what we're matching this up against. This is reverse osmosis, purified water, I guess you can say. All right. Then we got your water that you shared with us, and the 9.5 that I just poured fresh here. So, all right. So now I got these open. We're just gonna pour them out. Okay. So, and you're saying this is well water that has been passed through reverse osmosis. Okay. And then we got here, like I mentioned before, the 9.5. All right. So first I'm going to test to see if it has electrolytes. So I got an alkaline tester. I'm just going to leave that here. If there is electrolytes, this will light up. Okay, so I'll leave that there. And we're going to test the Dasani, and the Dasani does not have any electrolytes. Let's test your water. Again, no electrolytes. Again, because it went through reverse osmosis, so it's been stripped of the electrolytes. Okay, right away you see the meter going off, all right? Again, these are considered dead water. But here you have living water full of electrolytes, and that's what we want to see.
So now what we're going to do is test the ORP of the water. And ORP stands for oxidation-reduction potential. So that means it's the potential for, in this case, the liquids to be oxidizing or anti-oxidizing. And how we measure this is by using millivolts on the meter. And as you can see, this is a positive number. So that's showing you that it's causing oxidative stress, or the potential for it to oxidize is greater. So what we want to see, as you saw there, we want to see a negative value. And that's going to signify that this is anti-oxidizing or negatively charged, which is a free radical scavenger because it's loaded with active hydrogen. So that's what this is reading right now. So these are oxidants. As you can see, the well water here, also an oxidant causing oxidative stress, positively charged. Okay, so we want to see a negative when we put the meter in here, and you can see it's still rising. So very high in oxidative stress.
But when I pop it in the Kangen water, right away you start seeing a negative. And look how anti-oxidizing this is. Negatively charged water. When you have these properties where they're negatively charged, this is off the chart, by the way. You can't get enough antioxidant potential in fruits or vegetables that you would get by just drinking a couple glasses of this. Let's go back here just for context again. You see it's going back to being an oxidant. Okay, going up. Same thing here with the Dasani. Okay, an oxidant. Very oxidizing. All right, so now pH. Okay, so I have pH testing drops. These are just indicating drops. I'm not adding pH to it. It's just to show what the pH is. And as you can see, I have the pH scale underneath here. So this will just indicate what the pH is closely. And so I'm going to put about 4 drops in each one. Okay. All right. As you can see, okay, acidic. Reverse osmosis is always acidic. Neutral almost, but I think it's slightly acidic. If I had a meter, it would probably show just under 7, but it's acidic. But again, look how that is showing 9.5 alkalized water. Watch what happens now. You can easily, by just changing your water, you can change your life. All right. That's what you should be seeing. And this is made through not adding chemicals, but through the process of electrolysis, which is healthy for your body. All right, so this is the final test here that I'm going to do. It's I call it an extraction or hydration test, just to see the extractability of the water. And so what I'm going to do here is I got a tea bag. So the tea bag is just going to represent our body. So here I'm going to pop that in there. Let's make sure you can see that. Got the Dasani, and this is room temperature, but still you can't make any tea because you have to heat up the water so that it will pull the tea out and extract it out. So you're going to need, to heat that up. But here, watch what happens when I use the Kangen water you saw me pour, which is cold, by the way. Right away, you start seeing tea. And that's because of the structure of Kangen water. You're going to have about 5 to 6 H2O clusters in a molecule. Watch here with the well water, same thing. Again, plus is positively charged, it was acidic. All these things are playing a factor here. So here, as you can see, it's kind of trying to work it out, but here, watch what happens with the Kangen water. Boom, right away, I start making tea. So actually there is tea in here. You can still see a little bit, but watch what happens. This is what I talk about extractability. Watch what happens here. Boom. I start pulling out the, the usability of that tea, making it a lot stronger. And not only that, if the actual vitamins and minerals that are in, this tea now are more bioavailable. Watch what happens here again. Boom, right away, I start making tea. So if you're taking supplements, this is great to use. We actually do on the machine. If I come over here, you'll see on the machine here, there's a clean water function for baby formula and all that. The reason for that, and also for prescription medication, the reason for that is because of you've seen how the extractability of that water. So you want to make sure that you're taking your prescription medications that might be time released with something like that. So enjoyed the demo. I always enjoy doing them. Appreciate you sending me the water to test. I always have fun doing that. If you or Christian have any sort of questions about that, I want to hear his feedback, especially yours, because you guys are some brilliant minds. Love to hear your feedback. And thank you for sharing that water with me. Cheers.